The question of whether a new campus will replace an aging Ardmore High School is now up to voters after school board members on Thursday approved a resolution with a proposed bond worth nearly $145 million. Voters will have to decide in April if that price tag is worth the projected 9% tax increase for about the next 15 years. For Ardmore City School Superintendent Andy Davis, it's a no-brainer. Davis served as the high school's assistant principal for 3 years. Then he served as the principal for 1 year before he moved next door to the administration building in 2022. Now, in his first year as the head of the county's largest school system, Davis has years of experience with what the facilities have at Ardmore High School, and sometimes what they don't have.
Big things in the current high school that we do not have. We don't have a good storm shelter. We don't have a fire suppression system. We have a very aging electrical panel. And I was told by some of our maintenance people we're getting close to running out of our grandfather clause on some of those things that the building doesn't have. Upgrades are necessary and needed immediately.
The Ardmore City School Board on Thursday unanimously approved a resolution calling for a vote on that bond proposal during the April 1st municipal elections. Davis said that the board came to a consensus during their winter retreat on January 11th to replace that aging facility, which dates back to its own bond proposal that went to voters in 1971, rather than undergo massive renovations and upgrades to the aging facility. He said estimates to renovate the current campus were close to $50 million, plus the disruption to students, teachers, and faculty.
The current high school was built in the 70s, and it was not built for today's time and the issues that we face. The second part of that is the things that we having trouble with the infrastructure. Just yesterday, I got a phone call. We had another pipe collapse in the floor underneath the cafeteria that cannot be fixed without jackhammering out the floor. You know, the renovation side of it, if we're going to renovate the building, it's $50 million plus to renovate the building, and I do not have a place to put the children while that renovation goes on. We have to put them in a different facility, somewhere such as the convention center, but trying to put 700 kids in that facility, plus the cost of $3,000 a day to move those students would be astronomical, and a nightmare as an educator to educate kids in that kind of environment.
The current Ardmore High School held its first classes on March 4th, 1974, after a few setbacks with sewage and a few delayed biology desks. But newspapers at the time reported it was replacing a 61-year-old campus for $2.65 million, a little more than $300,000 over budget at the time. School board members on Thursday heard from J.C. Leonard, Vice President of Financial Advice Service, Stephen H. McDonald and Associates. Leonard spoke briefly about the school's bonding capacity and the necessary funds to finance construction for a new high school complex. So this $144,880,000 bond is to fund the entire planned construction of a high school, gymnasiums, and a field house, including financial costs, and all of this based on analyses from both architects and bond advisors. Here's Leonard speaking on Thursday.
Basically, that's the cost to build, construct, and finance that project over that period of time based off the parameters of within your valuation of your district.
Now, as Leonard was speaking, Board Vice President Harry Spring also asked for more information about the breakdown of these costs.
Any questions just on that total?
Well, I just want to make clear that people understand that the building that we're going to do is 80 million plus.
Correct.
And the bond is substantially more, but that's just paying the interest on the money we're borrowing to build.
Correct, 100%.
The proposed bond does come with an impact on taxes for Ardmore property owners. If approved by 60% of voters in April, that bond would see an estimated 9% increase on property taxes from 2026 until 2040, or an additional $9 for every $100 of ad valorem taxes already paid. And as Leonard spoke about the projected impact on property owners if that bond is approved, board member Jacqueline Woods asked Leonard exactly when that tax increase would go into effect.
What you're looking at is for every $100 you pay in property taxes, you're looking at about $9 more. Or for every $1,000 you pay in property taxes, you're looking at about $90 more. So any questions just on the financial portion of that?
That millage increase won't be in effect until 2026.
That is correct. So they won't see it next tax year, it'll be the following year. And the reason that is because how those bonds are issued, by the time we pass this and they get in your books, it won't be till the next fiscal year, so it goes on the following year.
For Harry Spring, he knows the price tag looks big, but he believes the money will be better spent on a new campus rather than continuously repairing the existing one.
It just seems like continually we're always repairing something. The sewer lines, the drain lines, teachers are calling saying it's raining in my classroom. And our maintenance people have to go over there, and they go over there almost daily to repair. Well, you're looking at something that is broken and it's wore out. And you can fix an old car, but it's still an old car, and it's always going to be breaking down. We need to fix this high school.
I'm Michael Dean Smith, Ardmore Leader.